Hello friends and my dear students. In the last session we have discussed about limit fit tolerance and surface roughness, which is there in your design of machine element 1 of 5th semester BTech Mechanical Engineering syllabus of Rajasthan Technical University. So today in this design of machine element 1's curriculum we are going to discuss about design for assembly. Basically design for assembly seeks to simplify the product so that cost of assembly should be reduced. Means cost of assembly is our major objective for design for assembly. Consequently, application of DFA principle to product design usually result in improved quality and reliability and reduction in production equipment and parts inventory. It has been repeatedly observed that secondary benefit often outweigh the cost reduction in assembly. Basically, it will try to reduce the cost in the assembly whenever it is going to do, okay, or with the help of this DFA principle the cost of assembly will be going to reduced. As you can see, there are three holes. So if you have designed the alphabetically, or these are the things which if you have figured it out, okay, so in this way you can also reduce the cost of assembly, okay. So this is our major objective. Next, basically for the design of assembly, there are different methods of assembly which we have to recall, which are manual assembly. It involves parts are transferred from workbenches where assembly of individual component into the final product are taking place. Mean from one place to other place it is moving like this in a series, okay. And hand tools generally are used to add the workers for AGM assembly. Means hand tools are going to be used in this manual assembly process. Next, there are some automatic assembly lines are there. This method use either synchronous indexing machines or part feeders or non-synchronous machines where parts are handled by free transfer devices. Free transfer, or you can say robotic arms or robotic controls are there in this automatic assembly process. So in this automatic assembly, you have to use some synchronous or asynchronous robots. So basically you are using some robots in this. Now, what are the assembly cost per product if you are considering the different process of assembly, which are automatic assembly, manual assembly and robotic assembly? As you can see, in manual assembly the assembly cost per product whenever you are doing maintainable, okay, it is constant, okay, while in automatic assembly, as your maintenance is going to be high, okay, this automatic assembly cost is going to be decreased, okay, and robotic assembly it is a vice versa loop, okay. Next, design for assembly, basically there are few other criterias like fixed or hard automation. Fixed or hard automation characteristically involves a custom built machine that assembles only one specific product. Means for a specific product line or for a specific product, this fixed or hard automation are going to be used. While robotic assembly, this can take a form of single robot or a multi-station robotic assembly cell with all activities simultaneously controlled or coordinated by PLC or computer. Means all the activities are going to be controlled by one single computer here. These are the terms which are for the manual assembly: one or two robotic arm, multi-station with robots, and special purpose automatic assembly. If you are considering number of component on bi-direction and annual production volume, if your production volume is very high, okay, and number of component is also very high, then you should go with special purpose automatic assembly. Similarly, if your annual production is roughly about 200 number of ranges ranging from this, then and number of components is also very high, then you can go with a multi-station robots, or you can go with one or two robotic arm. If it is also very less and number of component are high and annual production volume is very less compared to this line, then you can go with the manual assembly. Or in this way, or in this plan, you can select your type of assembly method for designing of assembly. Basically in manual assembly, it ensures good product accessibility as well as visibility, okay. It eliminates need for assembly tools. Basically the cost reduction will be there. It minimizes the total number of individual parts if possible. To facilitate this objective, multi-purpose components may be used. Means multi-purpose components, or you can say a component which can do both two or multi-purpose, or two or more purpose will be satisfied by a single component. In that way you can do the manual assembly. Avoid or minimize need to reorient the part during the assembly process. Ensure that all insertion process are simple, means you should not have very complex insertion process whenever you are doing the manual assembly. While in automatic assembly, it avoids possibility of parts tangling, nesting, okay, during the feeding, since this can complicate and unduly delay the assembly process. And design parts with lower center of gravity, thereby imparting in them a natural tendency to feed. Okay, like you can set one hopper or feeder assembly, so that whenever you are doing, they should not, means the center of gravity should be low for this automatic assembly line. Okay, now for the robotic assembly, many robot manipulators have poor repeatability. Therefore, features such as lips, leads, chamfer assumes a great deal of importance. You have to carefully design, or carefully, means taken care, should proper consideration or proper taken care should be given to lips, leads and chamfers. Design components such that all can be gripped and inserted using same robot gripper. Okay, so these kind of consideration should be there whenever you are designing any product for robotic assembly. So these are the ways by which you can do your design for assembly concept. Just go through it, and if you have any doubt, just do comment in the chat comment box of this video. Thank you so much for your presence listening. Do subscribe our YouTube channel of Engineering College Banswara for more such content of engineering like mechanical, civil, electrical and computer science engineering. Thank you so much.